Hi everyone, it's Sky here. So I'm going to talk a little bit about myself and really looking at what that means. So at a certain point, right, mm, life becomes less about who you're becoming and more about who you've become. And what we used to think of as the future becomes the present. And you can't help but wonder if life wouldn't have been better if you'd lived who you really were, and if you lived more fully in the past, and you were more of who you could have been. And it's funny because normally the reason you didn't do that is because you were too busy worrying about the future. So as you look at the past at a certain age, it's surreal almost. You can't believe how much you wasted even 1 minute of your youth not enjoying it. And the last thing you want to do is, steal more life from yourself. Um, and very often we feel so caught up in the patterns that we're currently going through that we don't stop to even realize that we've become a product of our past thoughts, actions, behaviors, and where that's brought us. We've come a long way. Sometimes we've come a long way in a good sense, and sometimes we've come a long way in a bad sense. But stopping and taking that inventory of your life and realizing that now it's more about who you've become and less about who you're becoming. And that's what's going to happen. Your current thoughts, beliefs, investments in yourself now become your future, and your future self either thanks you, or it's kind of angry at you for not fulfilling your divine life purpose, or for really stepping into who you really were, having the courage to live the life that you wanted to live. And you finally get it, not just theoretically, but literally, that this moment and this life and this now is all you have. And it's not a theory anymore, it's reality. And you don't close your eyes anymore and wonder who you might be in 20 years. If you're smart, you study the tape of your current existence and you monitor what you're doing right now, and you see the present as an act of creation, and you look more closely at your thoughts and your behaviors and your interactions, and you understand that if you're coming at life from fear and separation, you have no reason to accept anything other than fear and separation back. Most people are so scared of looking at who they are, and it's actually such a loving thing to do. I know that very often when people looked at us as children, they looked at who we were with eyes of contempt or judgment, or a way of like we were broken, we need to be fixed. But the truth is that that was their beliefs projected onto us. And that when you look at yourself, when you look at your life, when you look at who you are, unless you can learn to do that for yourself in a loving way, that's still currently what you're doing to other people. You're still loving who they are. You cannot give to somebody what you don't know how to give to yourself. You can't look at someone without judgment and thinking they're perfect, whole, and complete as they are if you look at yourself and tear yourself to shreds. So it's a very important exercise to be able to look at your weaknesses and your strengths and increase your strengths, and really work on being stronger in your broken places. And that's when you really develop mercy and compassion and humor when other people are doing it, and you stop taking their mistakes so personally. You are who you are, not who you might one day be, and your life is what it is, not what it might someday be. And focusing on who you are and what your life is right now, most people see how ironic and amusing it is. And then this is actually the journey. Your life is what it is, and your current divine life purpose is to be fully present and loving in your life as it is. Yes, create new things for yourself if that's what your heart desires, but new things come from gratitude and love for the things that you have. If you don't even have gratitude for things that are in your life right now, it's virtually impossible to birth new things in the future. So it's really, really important, that you really slow down, you quiet your intellect, you turn within, and you really focus on your life right now, and on sending love to everyone around you right now, to the blades of grass, to the trees, to your partner, to your children, to your work colleagues, to your bank account, to the animals that are in your life. Really just take a minute to love your life as it is, and then take a minute to love you as you are. To move into that space of seeing yourself through God's eyes. And to trust, I mean really trust, that you are enough, that you are perfect, that you are whole, that you are complete. And just know that you give what you get, and then allowing your life to be enough and allowing other people in your life to be enough, that you allow yourself to be enough. Just letting all of that tension, frustration, anger, irritation move into God's light, just handing it over. And we're just going to make a prayer together. You know, dear God, I want to change my life, so please change me. Remove these beliefs of self-hatred and frustration and anger that keep me bound to who I was. And that keep me bound to seeing others as not enough. Please help me to step into becoming the person that I want to be, and to loving my life as it is now. Help me to know the point of power is always in the present moment, and that I don't have to sort out the past or worry about the future if I give everything that I have and do my best in the present moment. See, you fell over. Okay guys, I love you very much. Aho, Amen, Namaste.